morning. Today we are correcting our first objective from Unit 4, CO29. I can convert percentages and fractions. This whole unit is going to be working on those percentages. So we worked on some of this together as a class yesterday, and some of it we had as homework. So the top row we did together in our lesson. The bottom row you had to do, making sure you simplified your fractions. So 50% is 1/2. 145% is 29 20ths. 18% is 9 50ths. 180% is 9 5ths. 31% is 31 hundredths. If you did not simplify all the way down, it will be wrong on the test. You have to make sure you're simplifying all the way down until you can't simplify anymore. We talked yesterday about how sometimes we might have to simplify multiple times because we use the small numbers, and then we have to keep simplifying, divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 10. Sometimes we could say, oh, hey, I just need to divide by 20, and we only have to simplify that one time. Other times we have to keep on going down. You get the same answer either way, as long as you have the correct simplified answer in the end. On the bottom, we went from a fraction to a percentage. What is our magic denominator number that we need to remember? Zelda? 100. 100% out of 100. 100 is the magic number for this whole unit. So we had to make each of our denominators go up to 100. Whatever you multiply the bottom by, you multiply the top by. So we have 35%, 16%, 50%, and 20%. Ava.
I have a question on 2 first, yeah.
Yes.
I got 200
Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did this one together as a class.
We did?
We did. So we wanted 100 as our denominator. So we times 1 by 100. Right? So 2 times 100 is 200, which gives us 200%.
Oh, I did write down 200. It looked like it was 100.
Up on the board?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a 200. Sometimes the board gets a little hard to read. But yeah, it is 200.
Okay.
So you did it correctly, which is good because we did it together. Any questions on either of those sections? All right, let's look at our second page. We did the top section together on our video yesterday about shoving Colts, that goofy Russian. So we did these first 3 together, so let's look at the bottom 3, 4. So let's look at our people playing basketball. Ron got 70%, Sharon got 75%, and Michelle got 80%. The directions did say put them in order from least to greatest. So we should have Ron, then Sharon, and then Michelle. And it did say with their percentage. So you should have their percentages, and you should have them in the correct order. The battery on your laptop can last for 4 hours. After using 25% of the battery, how much time remains until the battery runs out? Some of us were having a difficult time with this yesterday, and I showed us how to solve it using a picture. If we have a battery that goes for 4 hours, we can break that battery into 4 parts. Using 25% of the battery, 25% is 25 hundredths, which is 1/4. So 25% is 1/4. So that's one of those sections of the battery. The question is how much time remains? So 1 hour is 25% of battery. So then each of these sections is an hour. So that's 1, 2, 3 hours. So we had 3 hours left. Sometimes we know the math to do using those fractions and percentages. Sometimes it helps us to make a picture to solve those. Either way, we get the same answer. So if you ever come to a word problem that you are not sure what to do, make a picture out of it and see if that helps you figure out what the math is that you need to do. Next one, a soccer team plays a 50-game season and wins 36 of those 50 games. What percentage of their games did they win? What percentage of their games did they lose? So they won 36 out of 50. We want our magic number to be 100, so we multiply by 2. So 36 times 2 was 72, so they won 72%. Always look at the question, how does our answer need to be? It needs to be as a percentage. So you could have done the math saying, well, if it was 50 games and they won 36, that means they lost 14, and do that math multiplying by 2 again. Or you could have said, out of 100%, 72% was won. So 100 minus 72 left me with that 28% was lost. Either way, you get the same answer of 72% won and 28% lost. And our bottom one. Your next science test will be out of 20 points. You hope to get a score of at least 90%. How many points do you need to earn to achieve this goal? So we don't know how many points out of 20 we need to earn, but we know we want it to be 90%, so 90 over 100. So then we look, 20 times what gets us to 100? Well, that's 20 times 5. So what times 5 gets us to 90? If we're not sure off the top of our head what times 5 equals 90, we can work backwards and say 90 divided by that 5. If we put that in our calculator, 90 divided by 5, we get 18. So we could put 18 here and say 18 times 5 equals 90. So we know that we need 18 points right to get a 90%. Any questions on this page? All right, if you are watching at home, I hope you are well, and I hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful day.